Okay, so you are about to see how not to handle public relations during a crisis.
It seems, as you look at videos, that the weapon may have been stripped, though, before that happened. Was that statement premature?
Well, Sean, I know you realize that that situation was very chaotic and that we were being relayed information from on the ground from CBP agents and officers that were there. We were using the best information we had at the time.
Yeah, that was Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem on Fox News Thursday night, walking back some pretty jaw-dropping and, frankly, untrue statements she made during a press conference over the weekend in the aftermath of the tragic shooting of ICU nurse Alex Preddy in Minneapolis at the hands of her officers. And for the last week, she's been the story.
The blame game inside the Trump administration.
She has taken this administration into the ground on an issue that we should own.
Yeah, that was a Republican senator calling for her resignation. I'm former network news journalist Derick Waller, and I train professionals on how to talk to the media and stay on message. Stick around to the end of this video and you'll see how a bad crisis response turned into a political disaster, the 3 things that could have stopped it, and how to use that for yourself. So let's back up to the beginning, back on Saturday afternoon when Noem held this press conference just hours after that shooting, where she read from a prepared statement, parts of which were easily disproven by available video evidence.
An individual approached U.S. Border Patrol officers with a 9mm semi-automatic handgun. The officers attempted to disarm this individual, but the armed suspect reacted violently.
There is still no evidence to support that. In fact, Noem even said he was, quote, brandishing a gun. We now know from a DHS report that was sent to Congress that's not true. Now, in fact, take a look at this analysis from the New York Times showing officers pinning down and disarming Preddy before fatally shooting him.
We can see that both of Preddy's arms are pinned down by his head. This agent in gray reaches to remove Preddy's weapon from his hip. As this agent unholsters his gun, nudges the agent in gray out of the way, and fires.
It is standard procedure for law enforcement officials to choose their words carefully when talking to the media and the public about an officer-involved shooting. So a competent crisis communications response does 3 things. 1, you acknowledge the human loss and lead with empathy. 2nd, you share verified facts as you know them and stop right there. And 3rd, for the things you don't know, you promise accountability and that there will be a full investigation. That did not happen here. Instead of stabilizing the crisis, these conflicting statements led to days of damaging media coverage, internal finger-pointing, and bipartisan calls for accountability. And that's a lesson here for anyone watching. Crises are inevitable, but the way you respond is so critical. You can either stabilize the situation with that response or compound the damage dramatically.